It's time for another Fan-Tastic Foods episode where it's all about you. I don't think we should do that. That's too creepy, man.
Just get on with it.
Where it's all about you, the BK community. Now we're gonna be cooking up your favorite recipes, answering burning questions, featuring your awesome fan art. We've got a bloopers reel, and you're gonna get to see the magical footage of our Win a Dinner with Nadia G contest. Me, what a show! First up for the fans, Italian sausage sandwiches with homemade spicy jardiniere relish. For the main, succulent miso cod with dirty shitake wild rice. The big darts! For dessert, sticky toffee pudding. I love vodka. The spice agent reports on miso.
Forget Miso. Today I want to say thank you to the fans.
Panos talks about duplicitous black cod.
And how nothing is the way it seems.
Hans gives the fans what they really want. You're watching Nadia G's Bitchin Kitchen. Fan-Tastic Foods. You nerds. Now we all know that Bitchin Kitchen isn't like other cooking shows. Seriously, what other chef cooks like this? Plus, we got jokes, man. Food never tasted so funny. Comedy never tasted so good. Now, another thing that makes Bitchin Kitchen particularly unique is our online community. No other cooking show has fans like BK. You're a bunch of freaks, and we love it. That's why we've dedicated this whole episode to you. Let's get cooking. We're gonna start this party off with an Italian sausage sandwich topped with homemade spicy jardiniere. Now, jardiniere is Italian pickles. First thing you want to do, get your hands on 1.5 cups of white wine vinegar. This is good aged white wine vinegar, that's why it's so dark. 1 cup of spring water, 1/4 cup of organic brown sugar, 2 sliced garlic cloves, 2 teaspoons of salt, 6 black peppercorns. You want more pepper, add more. Teaspoon of dried oregano, teaspoon of dried basil, ditto for the red pepper flakes, and a teaspoon of dried dill. Mix it up. Time for the vegetables. Here's 2 cups of cauliflower florets cut into really tiny pieces, a cup of green pitted olives, 2 sliced carrots. These are sliced about, 1/4 inch thick, 2 sliced celery stalks, 2 sliced Vidalia onions. These are nice and sweet. You could use red onions if you like. 1 diced red bell pepper, 1 diced yellow bell pepper, and 1 spicy fingerling chili that's been sliced. Mix it in with the marinade. Now slap it in 2 big mason jars. Top them off with this delicious marinade. And into the fridge they go for at least 2 days. Next up, sausages. We're gonna heat 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a pan on medium heat. Here I got 4 Italian sausages. Stab a few holes in them with a fork. And you're gonna cook these for 20 minutes, turning them every 4 minutes, low and slow. Now, a few months back, we had a Win a Dinner with Nadia G contest, and we received thousands of entries. It wasn't easy to pick a winner. It depended on 1, how much you love the show, and 2, how much you can kind of look like Ryan Gosling if I'm tanked. After much deliberation, we picked a winner, though. Roll the tape.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I won a dinner with Nadia G. I'm excited because I like Nadia G and I like dinner. I guess it's perfect like that.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Hey.
So, you like Bitchin Kitchen?
Yeah, I like Bitchin Kitchen. Yeah, you like Bitchin Kitchen?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like Bitchin Kitchen. Can you handle the heat? We'll stay in the kitchen, because when we get back, we're gonna finish up this sausage sandwich and whip out some fan mail and beat you with it. I love getting fan mail about my recipes. I mean, the fact that you're getting inspired and making my nonna's penne al forno is so cool. But some people get a bit too inspired. Dear Nadia G, I just want to thank you for saving my dinner tonight. I was gonna make fettuccine alfredo, but didn't have all the ingredients. So I got out your cookbook and decided to try your aglio olio. Great choice. I got the pasta boiling and fried up the garlic in olive oil. Then I added 1 cup of expired buttermilk. Buttermilk is expired milk anyways, right? LOL. I then poured in 2 cups of white wine and topped it all off with a Tex-Mex 3-cheese blend. Pepper Jack rocks, LOL. I didn't have any herbs, so I added lemon zest for both color and flavor. It was amazing, and thank you again for the wonderful recipe. You're welcome? Our jardiniere is ready, our sausages are done. It's time to plate this dish. Grab a toasted baguette, slap in some sliced bocconcini. This is a nice unripened mozzarella. In goes our sausage. Look at that beautiful color. Top it off with our jardiniere. You can add mustard to your sandwich, but typically Italians don't use mustard. When I was a kid growing up, the only thing we topped our sandwiches with was jardiniere and disdain. Buon appetit! Whoa, the crispy sausage skin gives way to the tender, spicy meat, and these pickles add so much crunch. And the bocconcini cheese is just perfect for this sandwich. It's nice and subtle. You don't want to overpower everything with a strong cheese. This is what I call a sausage sandwich, my friend.
That's what everyone calls a sausage.
On to our next fantastic dish. We're doing miso black cod with dirty shitake wild rice. Now, this is one of my favorite things to order at a restaurant. And it's like, why spend money to go to a restaurant which has an amazing ambiance and great fish when you could, like, make this at home in just under 36 hours? We're gonna start with our marinade. In a small saucepan, add 4 tablespoons of brown sugar and 3 tablespoons of water. Gonna bring this to a simmer and let it go for about 2-3 minutes until most of the water is evaporated and you're left with like a thickish syrup. Pour the syrup into a large bowl and add 3 tablespoons of mirin, 3 tablespoons of sake, 4 tablespoons of shiro miso, and 3 tablespoons of aka miso. While I mix this, here's the spice agent with his miso report.
Thank you, Nadia. Miso is a traditional Japanese seasoning produced by fermenting rice, barley, or soybeans with salt and the fungus kojikin. The most typical miso is made with soy, and the result is a thick paste used for sauces and spreads, pickling vegetables or meats, and mixing with dashi soup stock to serve as miso soup, called misoshiro, a Japanese culinary staple, high in protein and rich in vitamins and minerals. I don't know about you, Nadia, but me, I'm sold. And speaking of fans, there's something I would like to share, but mostly thank them for. I know it's not easy for you guys to see a big-time super-duper star like me when you're at the grocery store or at your local mall. I know how hard it must be for you guys to pretend not to recognize me, or to scream when you see me, or ask for signature, or even write me a letter. It must be killing you guys, making me feel that I'm just a regular person when we all know I'm a superstar. And I even like how you guys go out of your way to make me feel normal, like cutting me off in line when I'm at the bank, or giving me the finger when I find a parking spot, or spitting on me when I'm just sitting in the park. You guys, the best. I love you.
Thanks,
יחזקאל מזרחי.
We're gonna make the rice now. Boil a 1/4 cup of wild rice and a 1/4 cup of red rice in salted water for 30 minutes until al dente. Now, the Bitchin kitchen community is like a big, beautiful, dysfunctional family. And like all families, there's things that we love about you and things that kinda, how shall we put it, make us want to give you a snapback wedgie. It's time for the top don'ts of our Facebook page. Don't ask us where to find a particular recipe. Believe it or not, there's a magical tool out there called Google, which allows you to search for Nadia G's mac and cheese. It's easy. You just type in define:nerd. If we're promoting an event in Miami, chances are we won't come to your house in Kalamazoo. Now, don't get me wrong, this isn't because I don't want to be chained up in your basement in Kalamazoo. It's just because the event is in Miami. Focus. Don't post too much information. Look, Richard Campanelli, I'm really happy you like the show, okay? But do I need to know you enjoy it best when you're naked and eating cheese puffs? Huh? No. After a quick break, Panos is gonna give us all the details on Black Cod, and we'll continue with our Win a Dinner with Nadia G adventure. Stay hungry. Shpackety shpack, we're back with Fan-Tastic Foods, where we're yapping about our Bitchin community. Now, we love you so much that one awesome fan won an all-expenses-paid dinner with yours truly. Okay, the dinner started out a bit awkward, but that's normal. Two strangers, what do you expect? Luckily, once the main dishes arrived, it quickly became really, well, you'll see.
Oh, you know, Nadia, I actually have a couple of ideas for a cooking show myself.
Oh, yeah? What kind of stuff?
Yeah, so I was thinking you could take a bunch of obese people, you put them in like a gingerbread house or something like an edible house. It could be like biscotti or something. And then it's sort of like Big Brother, where you have to keep them in there for a month. But the only difference is the house is edible.
So you have a bunch of obese people in a gingerbread house?
Yeah, but the kicker is...
Scaff our Miso marinade into a large resealable sack. And then seal it, removing as much air as possible. Get it all over and marinate for 24 hours. I got some ready to go. What you want to do is place the marinated fillets on a non-stick baking tray. And spoon on some of this delicious marinade. And bake this at 400 degrees in the center of the oven for about 8 minutes until the fish is nice and firm and starting to flake. Then set the oven to broil and really caramelize that fish until you get some nice crispy bits. Takes about 3 minutes. Here's Panos with more on black cod.
Black cod isn't cod at all. It's actually sablefish, a sub-Antarctic species with buttery, meaty, flaky white flesh. It lives in water so cold that it actually has antifreeze proteins in its blood. Like me. Because every Sunday, I have to drink my father-in-law's homemade ouzo. Right, Angie? Not only is black cod not cod, it's not black either. They have greenish-gray scales. But maybe they call it black because the coldness has blackened its heart, like me. Because every Sunday, I have to hear from my mother-in-law how Angie should have married Elias, the welder, so the kids could have better teeth. Right, Angie? This duplicitous cod does have a high fat content and is a perfect candidate for smoking, like me. Because every Sunday, we go to your mother.
All right, thank you, Panos. Let's finish our dirty shiitake wild rice, huh? Here I got 2 tablespoons of olive oil that's heating on medium-high. Throw in 3 finely chopped garlic cloves. And saute this for just a few seconds until they're golden and fragrant. Add 1 minced shallot and 5 ounces of thinly sliced shiitake mushrooms. Oh, these are so good. You have that nice chewy texture. And cook the shrooms until they're brown, about 5-7 minutes. Now deglaze with a 1/4 cup of sake. And scrape the bottom so you really get all those flavor bits in there. Pour in 1 cup of vegetable stock. Add 1/2 cup of long grain rice. A teaspoon of minced ginger. And a nice pinch of salt. You're gonna bring all of this to a boil and then reduce the heat to low. Let it cook for about 15 minutes until the rice is nice and tender. Now let it sit for 5 minutes off the heat. It smells so good. You really get that mushroom and garlic. Fluff it up with a fork. Done. Now add in our wild rice and red rice mix. 1 tablespoon of shiitake mushroom powder. And mix it up. When we get back, we're gonna feature your awesome fan art, Nadia G zombies, bitchin canvases, miniatures, cakes, all kinds of bitchin stuff, even tattoos. Man, Nadia, that's hardcore. Welcome back. Now we can talk all day about how great our community is, but they say pictures speak 1,000 words. They also say pictures steal your soul. Here's a bitchin' montage of fan art that's been sent to us throughout the years. Take it away. cod is broiled, our rice is ready. Let's plate this dish. This cod is so good. It tastes exactly like the blackened miso cod you get at restaurants. I mean, you've got that nice pungency from the miso. It's a little bit sweet and salty. Taste this rice. Perfect. These shiitake mushrooms, a little bit of garlic, and you taste that sake. The big darts, I said. Darts! More dainty, like this. Dessert time. Sticky toffee pudding. Now, I absolutely love this dessert, and I first tried it in London, England. No, wait. That was asphyxiation. Never mind. Dry ingredients. Here I have 1 cup of flour, all-purpose. Add half a cup of demerara sugar. Now, you can find demerara at your local specialty demerara shop. 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and half a teaspoon of sea salt. And whisk. Wet ingredients. Here I have 1 large egg. Add half a cup of whole milk, teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 1/4 cup of melted unsalted butter. Pour the wet ingredients into the dry and fold it together until it's just mixed. Don't overmix. Now add 3/4 of a cup of roughly chopped pitted dates. Spread this batter evenly into a casserole. Now add 2/3 of a cup of our demerara sugar on top and the zest from 1 orange. Add 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt and top it off with 2 tablespoons worth of butter bits. Sauce time. In a saucepan, bring 1 3/4 cups of water and half a cup of orange juice to a boil. Now pour this over the batter. And you want to bake this for 1 hour in the middle rack at 375. Good for nothing, you want? Y'all know what a parrot beating means. It's blooper time! I'm Nadia G. What is it? You're watching Nadia G's Bitchin' Kitchen?
You're watching Nadia G's Bitchin' Kitchen.
Yeah! Yuck. I get mad.
Ooh, garlic and parsley and lions and tigers and bears.
Protein, and how you'll never find them.
What is this, buckwheat honey? Something like that. Doesn't really matter. Now we all...
Okay.
Sorry. This smells amazing. Let's plate. Add a dollop of crème fraîche and attack! This sticky toffee pudding is so delicious. You got the sweet dates, the zesty orange and burnt sugar, and the crème fraîche adds just a little bit of tartness to even it all out. There's all kinds of awesome going on in my mouth right now. Today on Bitchin' Kitchen, we cooked up some fantastic dishes and gave you props for being straight gangster. Now, even though I never met you, I feel close to you because we've shared so much on Bitchin' Kitchen. From breakups to making up to PMS, hangovers, girls' night in. Here's a retrospective of the moments that I hold dearest to my heart. Oh, why you gotta do this to me, man? Hola, bro!